Namaste, I'm Dr. Mansi, your dermatologist. I know how complicated Indian skin and skincare can be, so let's simplify it together. Today, we're diving into acne treatments that people swear by. I tell you what works, why it works, and what you should be cautious about. And of course, I'll also be sharing some of my dermatologist approved favorite acne products at the end of the video, so stay tuned. All of these are questions that have been asked multiple times on Reddit, and I've picked the top three related to acne. So let's go through them one by one. What are some acne clearing tips that worked for you? First up, someone said, what you put in your hair matters. Also, wash your pillowcases. Great advice. Hair products, especially heavy oils, styling mousses, gels, and even conditioners, can trigger acne on the hairline. I would recommend washing your face after having a hair wash and even after oiling your hair to prevent this. Also, if you happen to have dandruff and are oiling your hair, you can trigger even more dandruff, which can then lead to malassezia folliculitis, also known as fungal acne. Coming to the pillowcases, yes, they can collect a lot of dead skin, bacteria, oil, and even product, which can trigger acne. So, washing and changing them at least twice a week will really help. Next, we have don't touch your face. So true. Our hands carry so much dirt and bacteria, so constantly touching your face can definitely lead to breakouts. But remember, acne is not just about hygiene, but often about deeper things like genetics and hormones. But it doesn't hurt to be cautious. Then someone said a salicylic acid cleanser was the biggest game changer, and I have to agree. Salicylic acid is great for unclogging pores and reducing oil production, especially if you have blackheads or mild acne. Pro tip, keep it on your skin for 30 to 60 seconds before washing off to get an added benefit. Next, we have avoid dairy and pretty much all fast food. Not exactly. While high glycemic index foods and dairy, especially skimmed milk, has been linked to acne in some people, this is not a blanket statement or a one size fits all. For some people, these foods cause an increase in oil production, which then clogs pores and leads to breakouts, whereas for others, it's completely fine. So if you feel that dairy or a diet has an effect on your acne, it's best to start an elimination diet so you can see what actually flares up your acne. And finally, Accutane. This is a powerful medication for severe cystic acne, and yes, it works. But before you go around and try to get it, speak to your dermatologist about available options. This brings me to our next question. Is there any medicine that will help with acne other than Accutane? So of course, we have several other oral medicines that can be given. The first is spironolactone. This works to decrease androgens, which are the male sex hormones, which then works to reduce oil or sebum production. This is especially a great option for women who are breaking out before their period or experiencing acne on the jawline or chin. But remember, this is not an instant fix and needs at least 3 to 6 months before you start seeing results. Because of how it works on androgens or the male sex hormone, this is not an option that we give to men. Next, we have minocycline and doxycycline. They are antibiotics from the tetracycline group. They work to kill the acne bacteria and reduce inflammation. But of course, they're not a long-term solution since acne bacteria can develop resistance. Typically, we give them for a few weeks along with topicals. Next, we have azithromycin, which is an antibiotic and works similarly to doxycycline and minocycline, but is not prescribed as often. The advantage with azithromycin is that we can typically give it to pregnant and breastfeeding women. However, the concern here is that acne bacteria can become resistant to this fairly quickly. I personally use this only in specific cases where the other options are not really available. And next, we have OCPs or oral contraceptive pills along with metformin. If you're somebody with hormonal imbalances or PCOS, you may have already even been prescribed this. However, not all OCPs work similarly. You have to typically go for one with anti-androgen properties. As for metformin, it works by reducing the insulin resistance and improving the blood sugar levels, along with reducing androgens. This overall leads to a reduction in acne. Now that we've covered medication, let's talk about skincare. What about the products that can be used for acne? So the first comment is, high concentration snail products have been a game changer, helping my skin recover from acne and repairing the skin barrier and reducing pigmentation. I personally have used snail mucin products and I have really liked them. Snail mucin doesn't exactly treat acne, but it can help in post-acne healing and of course protecting your skin barrier. If your skin feels irritated or red with topical acne treatments, snail mucin will help to calm the skin as well as hydrate it and reduce inflammation. You can offer snail mucin serum or even a cream. Also, if you're allergic to dust mites, snail mucin products may not be for you. Then we have benzoyl peroxide and azelaic acid. Benzoyl peroxide is a powerful ingredient. It helps to kill acne bacteria and also helps in blackheads and whiteheads. But it can dry out the skin, so remember to start slowly. Azelaic acid, on the other hand, is great even in sensitive skin, and we do give it to patients of rosacea as well. You can start with the 10% azelaic acid and move up in the concentration if you like. It helps with post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation as well as post-inflammatory erythema, also known as acne marks. Azelaic acid can also help prevent new acne formation. Both of these are solid choices for treating breakouts. Then we have you can apply benzoyl peroxide to clean skin, then wash it off after 2 minutes to get its effects. I have dry skin and use benzoyl peroxide almost every day. This is known as short contact therapy. Usually we give it for 15 to 30 minutes or even up to 1 to 2 hours depending on the patient's skin, but even 2 minutes is fine because it will help you get the advantages of benzoyl peroxide without the side effects. Over time you can increase this time period as well. Coming to the products I personally use and recommend for acne. Adapalene is a second generation retinoid which works on fewer retinoic acid receptors. Because of that, it's less likely to cause irritation that tretinoin causes. It works by preventing clogged pores, reducing inflammation, and speeding up the skin cell turnover. Then we have BHAs. I personally like the Paula's Choice 2% BHA liquid. This is ideal to be used once or twice a week, but if you have sensitive skin, a maximum of once a week. Salicylic acid goes deep into your pores, unclogs them by dissolving the dead skin cells. It helps to reduce blackheads, whiteheads, and breakouts. If you have especially sensitive skin, you can also go for COSRX BHA, which does not contain salicylic acid but betaine salicylate, which is a bit more gentle. The COSRX Centella Blemish Cream. This is one of my favorites if you have inflamed acne. Just use a thick layer of it on inflammation overnight, and you will definitely see the size reduced the next day. Azelaic acid. We've already touched on azelaic acid a little bit before, but it works so well for redness, hyperpigmentation, reducing breakouts, and can even work for sensitive rosacea-like skin. If you can't tolerate strong products like retinoids or benzoyl peroxide, azelaic acid is a great option. Then we have tretinoin or retinoic acid. This is a prescription-only product, and I do not recommend using it without consulting your dermatologist. Tretinoin works similarly to adapalene, but of course, it targets more receptors, which can also lead to purging and retinoid irritation. Apart from treating acne, tretinoin can also help improve skin texture by inducing collagen synthesis. Remember, it's prescription only, so please speak to your dermatologist before starting this. Next, we have niacinamide, a great supporting ingredient. Niacinamide helps to hydrate your skin, brighten it, and reduce oil production, which then leads to less breakouts. It also helps to strengthen your skin barrier, so if you have sensitive skin, niacinamide is a great option. Lastly, a non-comedogenic moisturizer and sunscreen are going to be your best friends if you have acne-prone skin. Look for lightweight moisturizers with ingredients like hyaluronic acid, which don't leave your skin feeling greasy, and matte finish sunscreens with a minimum of SPF 30 and broad spectrum. Remember that a lot of acne treatments can dry out your skin or even make it more sensitive to the sun, so both of these are non-negotiable. I'm putting up some recommendations on the screen. So these were the best acne treatments that really work, backed by real people and dermatologists. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like it and hit that bell icon so you never miss a new video. If you're struggling with acne and need a personalized skincare routine, you can book a consultation with me. I'll be putting the link in the description.